So it's the end of week 2. Hooray! Or something. Before we do a weekly weigh-in, however, I wanted to share something with you guys that I was really excited about. Okay, so this is the band you get in the kit with TapOut. It's a resistance band. I told you in the introduction video that you can buy bands of different resistances. They're different colors and different thicknesses, basically, and it gives you more resistance, so it works your muscles more. Well, I found this week that there were a couple of exercises I did where I had to wrap this around my foot several times to up the resistance, or around my hand or something, in order to really feel it. Like, it felt like it was too easy. Not like super easy or anything, like this is, oh, I could sleep through this. No, not that kind of easy. But it felt like it wasn't doing anything, so I had to up the resistance. So I went on the website to see about buying more bands that are of a higher resistance. Do you know how much these are? Probably not. Even if you do, I'm gonna tell you. You get 3 of these bands. I'm pretty sure it came to, with shipping and everything, $50 for 3 of these bands that are supposed to be the next 3 highest difficulties. I was kind of agonizing over this because I really think that I do need more resistance, but I didn't want to spend $50 on bands. That just seems like a waste to me. But then I heard about this store. I don't know if you guys have heard of it before. It's called Five Below, which originally I thought it was some kind of like a Gander Mountain or cold weather coat kind of store at Burlington Coat Factory, maybe. Something like that. It's actually, everything in the store is $5 or less. A friend at work told me about it, and there's one actually near where I work. So on my lunch break, I went to check it out. And the exciting thing I found was a resistance band. They had medium resistance, which was red actually, ironically enough. This one is heavy resistant. Then they have one more that's black that's super heavy resistant. And this one, I checked when I got home to be sure, but this one is probably, I want to say, twice as thick. So the red one is the TapOut band, the original one I got with the kit, and the green one's the one I bought at Five Below. But for $5 was $5. I could buy bands for $15 as opposed to $50. And if this doesn't work, if I somehow break it or something because I'm hulking out, I don't know, it's only $5 wasted. So it's better than $50. 10th of the price? Oh yeah, I'm there. So you'll see me using this bright green band in some workouts, so look for that in the future. All right, and without further ado, I'll put the weekly weigh-in right here. Okay guys, weighing in again, first thing in the morning. 195.5. What? Oh, what? That can't be healthy. You're supposed to lose, what, 3 pounds a week, or you're not building enough muscle? Or yeah. But I'm so excited. 195.5? Really? I was what, 202 last week? So that's 6.5 pounds in a week? I really don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's supposed to be healthy, but the one thing that I'm consoling myself with is that it's actually probably water weight. Because you know how in the beginning of any workout, like regimen, you drop a whole bunch of pounds and then, well, you drop less pounds and less pounds, then eventually you plateau. I think I'm just dropping a whole bunch of water weight at first. But anyway, since we also passed day 10, I took pictures again for my little grid. But again, I'm not showing them. Actually, I did think about it while I was measuring, and measuring wasn't really that much of a hassle. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it was. The hardest one was the bicep. So maybe I will do measurements every week. I don't know how motivated I'm gonna be at the end of this. Right now, I'm pretty motivated. I've been getting up early every morning so that I could do the exercise and give you a blurb about it. Cause I'm just that awesome. No, really, but, oh, so, also, another disclaimer. I realized after I shot and was actually editing the video for last week that my weigh-in numbers and my measurements, so originally I was gonna start doing this before the holidays, this whole TapOut, this series review thing, but then the holidays happened, time got away from me. So I had written down my original measurements from back in December, and back in December is when I started counting calories. So actually, the numbers I told you last week were really from December, before I started counting calories, before I lost any weight at all, because I was 212 and I went down to 207, which is why when I did the weigh-in, I said, oh, 202.5. I went down 4.5 pounds, because obviously 212 is a little more than 4.5 more than 202. But that's because I knew that I was really 207, and I misspoke in my last video, whatever, one of those videos, I misspoke. So I'm going to give you the real measurements from day 1, and then I'm going to give you the measurements from day 10. Okay, so to amend my measurements from day 1, which I actually wrote on the piece of paper now, so I can't be wrong, where 207 was my weight, jean size was 15, because guys, I don't wear jeans almost at all. In my last weigh-in video, that's the only pair of jeans I own. It was the jeans you saw when I stepped on the scale. And they're 15s. And that's not my jean size. I know it's not my jean size because they're too big for me. I have to wear a belt with them. I mean, I guess I could just go to the store and try on jeans till I find a pair that fits me. But I hate trying on clothes in stores. Maybe I'll do that. But anyway, until I decide if I'm gonna do that or not, I don't have jeans, I don't wear jeans, so my jean size will forever be at a 15. My chest was a 44, not a 46. My bicep was still 15, and my waist was not 39, it was actually 38. And my thigh was a 28 still. That didn't change. Now for day 10. Day 10, my weight was, well, that was the only thing I didn't do, so I just used the weight from my weigh-in. So weight, 195.5. Jean size, still a 15. Forevermore will be a 15. Chest was a 43, so my chest went down. Bicep stayed at a 15. My waist is a 36.5. My waist went down 1.5 inches in a week. I don't think I've ever seen my waist go down that quickly before. Usually my waist has been a 38. Even when I was 180 pounds, my waist was a 38. It's never been smaller than a 38, so. I also was excited because my thigh, instead of being a 28, was a 27, so my thigh went down too. Exciting! So that's my update for the fitness guide. Anyway, on to the week. I've been making sure I have enough time to get ready for the day after doing my exercise, and then I have an extra 10 minutes where I can sit down in my chair, except Friday. Friday I screwed that all up. I had like 30 seconds, it's a really fast clip. But anyway, we're not there yet. I've been giving myself time to sit down and tell you every day, quickly, very briefly, about the workout for the day. So I'm gonna go through and I'll tell you what the day is, what the workout is, and then I'll insert the clip of me talking. So it looks like day 1 was competition core. All right, really quick before I go to work. I just finished competition core for today. It was fun, there was jumping. I didn't do the jumping. Actually, this morning, I really was feeling it in my chest in the beginning. Eventually, that died down, but I was really feeling it in my chest in the beginning. I didn't really like that. But it wasn't like the cardio burn, because I've been feeling that all week. It like actually kind of hurt. So we'll keep an eye on that. But otherwise, it was a lot of core, up, down, abdomen, a lot of abs. There's a lot of abs in all of these, I've noticed, actually, interestingly. But yeah, it was 50 minutes long, I think. And I actually kept up with this one, too. Like the legs and back. And I'm trying to force myself to do full push-ups. But it's hard. I really am having a hard time with that. Day 2 was strength and force upper and ultimate abs. Once again, absolute bull that you have to do 2 workouts in one day. Granted, ultimate abs is only a 15-minute workout, but strength and force upper is still 50 minutes long. They don't give you a break on that one. They didn't make one 35 minutes and one 15 minutes to kind of even out to equaling the 50 minutes. No. You have to do 50 minutes, then 15 more minutes. Redonkulous, once again. Alright, so today was 2 workouts. Oh boy. First you do strength and force upper, then you do ultimate abs XT. And, well, as far as strength and force upper, my arms still hurt a lot actually from yesterday. Like I woke up and they didn't hurt, but they like had that exercise burn, that unpleasant ugh. So this was harder than it was last week, because last week on the second day my arms didn't burn. Go figure. However, I did notice from last week that I was able to like go into plank position, you know, when you're doing a push-up, like with your toes out instead of modifying it to my knees. I did notice that I was able to do that more often today, which I was excited about. Jason Stackhouse, Mike Karpenko, whatever we're calling him, I've come to the realization that he molests everybody. I think he molests me through the television, actually. I swear he winked at me today. I didn't notice that last week. It was weird. But anyway, as far as ultimate abs, like I've said in my last video, I have I've always had pretty good abs underneath whatever's covering them. And that being the case, I was really surprised when I couldn't get through this 15-minute workout. And I couldn't get through it this week, but I felt it more this week, which was interesting. Last week, I didn't really, like I was doing it, I was trying to do it, but I felt it in my abs this week. I could feel the pull. It definitely, I think this workout warmed me up better this week because I could do more, so I felt this one more, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure it does. And day 3 was plyo. Oh boy. Plyo XT, which I was saying right originally, it is plyo XT. Today my butt hurts. Like I took a shower and everything, and my butt still hurts. My hamstrings hurt too, the back of my thigh, but my butt really hurts today. One of the big problems I have is there are a couple of moves that we do where you start to one side, and then you jump and turn 180 degrees and punch to the other side, then you turn 180 degrees and punch to the other side. Doing that makes me really dizzy. I tried to do that, and eventually I kind of gave up. I tried, like, I got 2 done before I was like, I can't do this anymore. So what I did instead, last week I just stopped, because I was tired anyway. This week I punched and then just turned and punched and turned and, you know, did the squat punch, because they were supposed to stay in the squat the whole time. I did more of this workout than I did last week. So there was one where you had to get up off of your knees, and it put a lot of pressure on my knees, and that actually started to hurt, because like I've said, my knees aren't always so great. So what I did, and then you had to get up and kick, so what I did was I would just squat and kick and squat. I wouldn't get down on the floor, basically. I'd make modifications like that. So I did this workout a lot more, I think a lot more than I did last week. I still wasn't able to really get through it. Day 4 is yoga. Yoga XT. Yeah, yoga extreme. I've never heard of yoga being extreme. Though I will give them this, there's no killer move at the end. Ugh. Which is a small mercy, I guess. My hamstrings hurt. I did less upward dog than I did last week. I don't know, my legs, I wasn't feeling it today. My legs hurt because I did a lot more chair genie position today than I did last week, I'm pretty sure. Which was cool. But yeah, it was stretching, it was extreme. I couldn't get through all of it. I only drank like a quarter of a bottle of water, and my shirt wasn't soaking wet like my other shirts had been all week, so there's that. Day 5 was legs and back. Hi, okay, this one's gotta be really quick because I'm running late for work. It was legs and back today. I don't have the DVD with me. It's the legs and back one. It was not the same as last week actually. I did more plank this week than I did last week. Like I've been doing all week. I've been forcing myself to do more plank. I rested just about as much as I did last week, but I turned up the intensity, so I feel like I still improved. It was legs and back. My legs hurt. Took a shower. Legs didn't hurt as much. Yeah, bye. I gotta go. Day 6, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I didn't do the workout on Saturday. I was thinking maybe after I shoot this, I'll do the Saturday workout today, which is supposed to be my rest day, but I might do it today. I don't know how it's gonna work right now, but as of this moment, I have not done Cardio XT and Ultimate Abs, which would have been day 6 for this week. I'm sorry. Yeah, bye.